Hi, friends. As I'm finishing chewing this power bar, I really thought that I would chew faster for the second to last episode. I thought I would swallow it before we started, but it's just very sticky, the power bar that I'm eating. So it's just still in my mouth. I am very professional. After all, I have been at this for 364 days in a row. So really, I've totally learned all the lessons. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Sunday, March 14th. Like I said, 364. That's a fuck ton of days. That is a fuck ton of days. And you guys have been here with me for every one of them. So shout out to you, the rock stars. And to today's episode, where we got things to talk about, place to go, people to see, you know the deal. Why do artists hate the Grammys so much? Why do they hate them so much? There's a ton of artists who hate the Grammys, and I started to dig into really why. The Weeknd came out with a statement saying that he is no longer going to allow the label that he is represented by to submit his stuff to be nominated for Grammys because he doesn't want to win any Grammys. And there are a ton of other artists who have very horrible things to say about the Grammys as well. And as the Grammys are tonight, I figured we would kind of look into this. By the way, who of you knew that the Grammys were going to be tonight? Just curious, because that shit snuck up on me as well. Also, that's not the only thing we're talking about today. Yo-Yo Ma is the fucking best for 5,000 reasons, but there was something specific he did this week that made him a shining star, and we will break that down. Also, Batman has officially wrapped production. And I know that that's not a really big news story within itself. However, if you looked at Matt Reeves' Twitter post that they wrapped production, there was an image that went with it saying last day of shooting. And I started, you know how fun it is to go down the rabbit hole of all the responses on Twitter. I started going down that rabbit hole and seeing what people had to say about the fact that the Batman had wrapped shooting, and people were being dicks. Such dicks. I can't even believe it. People write the most egregious shit. They say the most egregious shit when they are behind a keyboard, these keyboard warriors. So we will break that down. Plus, questions, comments, concerns from you guys, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, right here in the super chat. Before I go any further, obviously, I need to acknowledge that it is our girl, Brittany Parker's birthday. Happy birthday to Brittany Parker. You rock. And I love that everybody in here already knew that before I even said anything. I learned that this morning when I was watching Lauren LaGrasso's live concert that she does on Sunday mornings or afternoons, depending on where you live. And it was just awesome to watch Lauren play and everybody in there be so nice to Brittany and everybody here be so nice to Brittany. So you guys are the frickin' best, and I appreciate you all for being here. Don't forget that tomorrow is our last day of consecutive quarantine edition Live at the Roxy's. So tomorrow, come join me tomorrow. It's literally only a day away. All the singing going down now after Rob already put out the singing video. It's like I'm torturing him. I can't help but sing talk. It's my thing. So let's get into the Streamlabs. Let's start there, and then we can move forward and talk about some of these things that I just mentioned. Going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Like I said, today is March 14th. So the first one, actually this one came in yesterday right after we wrapped the show. Apollo3JP said, I can be a little out there, noted that doesn't make me wrong. LOL. Seriously, though, looking forward to your next move. Respect. Did I already read that one? I know I read that one to myself last night, but if I already read that, then Apollo just gets an extra shout out because nobody can say he's not on top on top of being here. Apollo. I don't know what to make of you. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar with that big support. Thank you, Glenn says. Hello and good afternoon, Roxy, and all your nicknames. Thanks again for hanging out with us. Quarantine edition 364. Much love to you, Grammy and Papa. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you and all yours. Thanks, RJ, RSB, and WFs for being cool, helping me get cooler by knowing you. That's really sweet, Glenn. I don't know if anybody's gotten cooler by knowing me, but you're awesome. Thanks for always being there and here for us. Congrats, good thoughts, and good vibes on all that's in the works and soon to unfold for you in 2021 and beyond. Fuck yeah to the new life chapter. Roxy's the best. Roxy's number one. Yeah, yeah. Happy Roxy days. Keep crushing. Good thoughts and good vibes to you, chunk, on garnering all your much-deserved success. Good luck with all the hosting, filming, auditions, and or booking other projects coming up. What's for you is yours. You're earning it all because you're fucking fire. Please remember you're kind, you're smart, you're unique, and being so unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers on the internet or not, makes you worthy as such. Your story is important and deserves to be seen and heard. You are appreciated. Positive thoughts to you, RJ, and all the Rockstars and girlfriends who show up to give all their support whenever, however they can. Don't forget, when it gets tough, even if you're by yourselves, you're not alone. Everyone who's battling, keep on fighting. You're a winner. Let's go, Smets, and everyone fighting for today, tomorrow, and more. Smash cancer all day, every day. Be most excellent, RJ Rockstars. Show up for people who need it. That makes you cool to know, humane, and worthy. Cheers to fuck yeah news in 2021 and beyond. Miles Cosgrove, Brett Hankerson, Jonathan McNally, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. All three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Hope today is the day. Justice for all the people who lost their lives due to excessive force. Say their names. Thank you, Glenn, for all of those words. Getting emotional thinking about not hearing those every single day, but at least we've got those videos to listen to. We got those videos. We've got 365 days of them. So Hitman Hudson in the Streamlabs says Selection Sunday is an hour and 18 minutes. So excited. Who do you have winning the national championship, Roxy? Undefeated Gonzaga, surging Illinois, Michigan. Please don't say throw up in mouth. Baylor. I have literally no idea what you're talking about, Hitman Hudson. I have zero idea. This is a basketball thing? I have no idea what Selection Sunday is. I have no idea what you're referring to. I'm assuming it's something to do with college basketball. I don't know jack shit about college basketball. Final NCAA tournament bracket projections. Oh yeah, I don't do brackets for these, and I don't pay attention to college sports at all. I'm so sorry. I'm not your girl. But that's great. And I'm sure there are people in here who can talk to you about that, Hitman Hudson. Sorry. My bad. The Wizard Gizzard in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar says, long live Bill Burr. What happened with Bill Burr? Hey, he's a Boston guy, and I appreciate his comedy a lot. So I'm kind of with you on that, unless something happened that I'm unaware of. So it's always dangerous to speak when you're live. Star Gonzalez in the house, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar says, hey, Roxy, I hope you're doing well. I can't make it to your live show tomorrow. Gutting, Star, but I hope you end your streak with a bang. You're a queen. Thank you for being with us literally every day for a year. I appreciate you immensely. What's so wild about tomorrow, guys, is that, yes, tomorrow is 1 year since we started going live every day, and it is 365 days in a row of us going live in Quarantine Edition, and it's 1 year of us really being in quarantine, and it's me getting my second vaccination. So there's a lot going on tomorrow, and it's a little overwhelming. I have to, a lot of you guys have been asking about the time of the show. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go up at 1, my normal time, because I have to go get vaccinated, and I can't get vaccinated before I do the show, because when I get vaccinated, I just don't know how I'm going to react. And I would be so upset if my last show, instead of being a celebration, was me just in so much pain coming to talk to you guys. So I don't want to do that. Also, I can't get vaccinated in the morning because they want you to come near the time that you got your initial vaccination. So I'm supposed to go get vaccinated around 3:30 or 4, and the place is about an hour away. And I want to make sure I pad in some time to do a little bit extra. I also have a bed getting delivered tomorrow, and I have an intern meeting tomorrow. So there's a lot of moving parts. So I believe I'm probably going to be up tomorrow from 1 to 2:30. I'm hoping to at least do a 90-minute show because it's a celebration, but it's also, I'm kind of having to be pulled out with like scratching my nails. I don't want to leave, which is why I'm going to be going up so often after that, just not every single day. I just don't want to leave. So I want to stay as long as I can. I think I'll be up at 1, probably by 1:15 the latest. So right in that range. Hopefully that works for all of you guys. Brittany Parker says, oh, that's interesting about the appointment time. I haven't heard that yet. Brittany, the only reason for that is because when I got vaccinated, I didn't have an appointment. I went because they were going to throw out vaccinations. And so I don't have an appointment time. So what I'm doing tomorrow, and they have said that I will be able to get vaccinated, but what they do is that they prioritize everybody who had the appointments, which is what I want. I wouldn't want to be taking somebody else's vaccination. So I'm not supposed to go until later in the day towards where I got it the first time because I didn't have an appointment the first time. So I'm supposed to go later on to make sure the people who deserve the vaccination before me get the vaccination before me. They said they would vaccinate me any time of day, but just for my own peace of mind also, I would be really upset if I ended up taking somebody's vaccination who needed it. So that's kind of the reasoning why. That's not universal, and that's not for everybody to listen to that. That's just how it's working with me, Brittany. Hopefully that makes sense. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, don't forget, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider, super chat in if you guys have questions, comments, concerns for today. We've got a couple things coming through. Noah just sent a little support. Thank you, Noah. Mark Jason Ali said, hi, Roxy, I can't watch live, but wanted to support since I was able to. How are you and yours? Is Grammy recovered from her fall? How's Papo? I've definitely watched all quarantine edition of Live at the Roxy, QE of LATR, at least 300 live. Hope you're well. Take care. Justice for Brianna. # smash cancer. Absolutely to those things. Grammy, it's a slow recovery. And because she fell again, she really injured her arm and she's just not doing very well. And that compounded with her depression and what's going on, it has been a very challenging go. Papa's doing okay. It's challenging when you're 93 and you're 95 and you just spent the last year not moving, not going anywhere. It's really hard. I try to get them to walk around the house, but this 1 year period in which they weren't going out to lunches or going to the swimming pool or going to book club or going to the VA, because prior to this, Grammy and Papa were going once a week to the Veterans Administration for workout classes with people. Papa was working out with other war vets in his age group. So most of them were World War II war vets. He was making friends and the spouses of people were able to go. So Grammy was going there and she was getting in good workouts. So those were all things happening prior to quarantine that I'm just really hoping we get back to relatively soon, because a year off of all of that, it's a tough journey. But thank you for asking. In terms of how are you and yours? Yeah, they're pretty much mine. So that's to answer that. Popcorn in the Streamlabs. Popcorn says, this feels bigger than a snub. It feels messy. Macklemore winning over Kendrick was a snub, but at least Kendrick was nominated. To not even nominate The Weeknd, one of the biggest artists ever, when he had the most successful album of the year, is bizarre. So we will definitely be talking about that, Popcorn, very briefly. I don't disagree with you. It is strange the way that it works. I don't fully understand the process. And I think that the artist's frustration is that they don't understand the process as well. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors. there's not a lot of transparency, and that causes for the debate that we're going to have today. Weston Ira in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar says, just a thanks for being a daily reminder of the importance of fighting the good fight with integrity. Thank you, Weston Ira. You've been here from day one. You are such an OG, and I really appreciate your support. I try to fight all fights with integrity. I don't always succeed in that, but I certainly do try. Just a reminder to everybody about Brittany Parker, the amazing Brittany Parker, whose birthday it is. She says, thank you so much to every one of you here for the birthday wishes. I'm trying to multitask, so it's hard to keep up. I love you all, and I'm truly overwhelmed. You're a multitasking queen, Brittany Parker. We adore you, and thank you for being here with us right now, celebrating. It's my birthday. What? It's just a whole thing. So let's talk about the Grammys. This is something I haven't understood for a while. A lot of artists seem to love the Grammys. A lot of artists seem to dislike the Grammys. And a lot of the Grammy nominations seem to be very often strange. I was reading this NBC News article that came out 2 days ago. I was reading it last night, and I thought, okay, I want to talk to the people about this, because The Weeknd is saying that he's boycotting award ceremonies for the Grammys. The article was called "Musicians Call Out Grammys as The Weeknd Boycotts Award Ceremony." Chart-topping artists allege the ceremony lacks transparency with voting and diversity among nominees. This was written by Minivon Burke, who says, Grammy Awards set to air Sunday on CBS, so that is tonight, is widely known as music's biggest night. I would say it's not just widely known. I would say that it's unanimously known. Anybody who is a musician, the way that I've always dreamed of winning an Emmy, they dream of winning a Grammy. It's a big, big deal. Some chart-topping artists, however, are calling out the Recording Academy, the organization behind the Grammys, for what they say is a lack of transparency with voting and diversity among nominees. One singer, The Weeknd, said he's boycotting the annual award ceremony from now on after his latest album and chart-topping single, Blinding Lights, were snubbed. Not only was that his latest album and chart-topping single, but remember, The Weeknd was the performer of the Super Bowl this year. This is the biggest year for The Weeknd ever, and The Weeknd is one of the biggest artists on the planet right now. So just keep that in mind as we continue with this. The Recording Academy chooses the nominations for the ceremony, but since 1995, the final nominations in the big four categories, which are Album of the Year, Song of the Year, Record of the Year, and Best New Artist, so those are the four major ones, have been decided by a select committee that's according to Billboard. The outlet wrote in a 2020 article that the committee was created so the final nominations in those categories were more progressive and more musically adventurous. Those are quotes. Multiple artists have taken issue with the process. So let's go to what Zayn Malick said. Zayn Malick posted an expletive-filled tweet. Good job, Roxy. Read those words. On Tuesday, slamming the ceremony. He said, "Fuck the Grammys and everyone associated. Unless you shake hands and send gifts, there's no nomination considerations. Next year, I'll send you a basket of confectionery." That's what he wrote. He also said, "My tweet was not personal or about eligibility, but was about the need for inclusion and the lack of transparency of the nomination process and the space that creates and allows favoritism, racism, and networking politics to influence the voting process." Nicki Minaj tweeted on November 24th, the day the nominations were announced, that she was snubbed for the 2012 Best New Artist, which I think in retrospect, a lot of people believe. She said, "Never forget the Grammys didn't give me my Best New Artist award when I had 7 songs simultaneously charting on Billboard and bigger first week than any female rapper in the last decade, went on to inspire a generation. They gave it to the white man, Bon Iver." So I'm sitting here, and as much as I love Bon Iver, I do my yoga to Bon Iver. I think Bon Iver is so immensely talented. When we're talking about the Best New Artist, Nicki Minaj was certainly the bigger new artist. I might argue the best, but it does seem, and hindsight is 2020, it does seem like comparing Bon Iver to Nicki Minaj, one of the biggest of all time now. It's very strange. The same day, Teyana Taylor called out the award show for having an all-male list. She said, quote, "Y'all was better off just saying best male R&B album because all I see is dick in this category." Taylor, who released her third studio album titled The Album in June, has not received any nods. In a statement to the New York Times on Thursday, The Weeknd said he would no longer allow my label to submit my music to the Grammys. When he was asked why he was boycotting the Grammys, he told the newspaper that it was because of the secret committees. The singer, whose real name is Abel McConian Tesfaye, declined to comment any further when contacted by NBC News. The Weeknd has been breaking records in recent weeks. Billboard announced that Blinding Lights made history as the first song to spend a year in the Hot 100's top 10 list. That's a crazy stat. Also, The Weeknd has spent the third most weeks at number one on the Artist 100 list since its launch in 2014, behind only Taylor Swift and Drake. Last month, he performed, the Super Bowl. Despite the accolades, The Weeknd did not receive a single nomination for this year's Grammys. That seems completely egregious to me. Completely egregious. Musicians are not the only ones calling out the Grammys. Deborah Dugan, who was fired last year as the Recording Academy's chief executive, said the ceremony is rigged and clouded by conflicts of interest. She said, quote, "I was so shocked when I got there of the level of sexism and corruption that I found at the Recording Academy. There's a layer of corruption, self-dealing, and sexism that must go," end quote. She was suspended while the organization investigated allegations that she created a toxic work environment with an abusive and bullying management style. She denied the allegations in her interview with NBC. There's more to this argument. There's more to this article and to this argument, but I kind of have heard most of what I have to know, which is just this clearly needs an overhaul. They clearly need an overhaul. Before I break down my thoughts on it, let me make sure I get to some of your guys' thoughts, what's going on in the Super Chat, the Streamlabs. Jason Freeman says, Grammys has a history of snubbing non-white artists. Haven't watched in years, but it looks like it hasn't changed. Jason, it seems like it really has not changed. Morse Code Z says, my Winston's mom alert just went off. Everybody make sure that you go vote for Winston's mom. We know the deal with that. I've been voting up a storm. Absolutely. It's easy to do. Takes 2 seconds. Get in, get out, get on with life. So going into the Streamlabs, let's see what you guys are talking about in here. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. How are you feeling about the Grammys? What do you think? Do you think that they need an overhaul? Do you think that just it's a matter of taste? Where are you guys at when it comes to the Grammys? See, the Wizard Gizzard said, the Grammys are a joke. They're not representative of what's popular, and they're bought and sold. And you need to win a Grammy is a pulse. All you need to win a Grammy is a pulse. I could win a Grammy, and I suck. I don't know if that's the case, the Wizard Gizzard, but certainly it does seem like there are many ways to win a Grammy, and being the most talented or having the most record sales is not the way. This is the way. Are we being graced with his presence for 2 days in a row? What made us so lucky? Ken Knapsack said the Snyder Cut is good. The reactions are surprising me. I will say I have received the Snyder Cut. I received the Snyder Cut screener. I have not watched it yet. The reason I have not watched it yet is because we were told that reactions couldn't come out on Monday until Monday morning. I don't know what happened here, but I will let you guys know this, and hopefully this doesn't get me in trouble. When they sent us the Snyder Cut, I've never actually seen this before. As part of the embargo, they said, not only are you not allowed to social until Monday, but you are not allowed to state that you have received the Snyder Cut. You cannot social out anything, and you cannot do any kind of review until Monday, but you also until Monday cannot say that you have received the Snyder Cut, which is why I didn't tell you guys. So my plan was to watch it today and tonight to talk about it on Monday, even though we've got the big 365 show here. So maybe I was going to do a separate review or just a tweet or something. But then this morning, it seemed like people started talking about it. And then some other people were like, what? How is this possible? The embargo isn't up. And then we got an email from them stating that they were changing the embargo after people were already socialing, that they were changing the embargo. And that embargo was now changed to today, to immediately once we got the email. And so I was kind of like, what happened here? I don't know what happened here. Did people just start messaging out their reactions, not following the embargo, but then a lot of those were positive, so that Warner Brothers was like, oh, good, let's get these out? Or did they tell two different people? Yeah, so my most recent email from them was at 1:30 today saying, sorry, this is a Sunday email about new timing. However, we're lifting the embargo on social sentiment for Zack Snyder Justice League. Please feel free to post to socials. We would respectfully ask that you refrain from any spoilers. And then it says, reviews remain embargoed tomorrow, 9 a.m. So that's where we're at. And I will say that the embargo process and the review process for this in general has been a lot more intense than a lot of screeners that I've received. I think because there's just so much talk and hype around this, where I requested screeners for DC Movie News because we want to do a DC Movie News review of it. And because I sent in the request for that, but I guess I didn't say officially requested, then I got it first and they're still waiting on theirs. I don't actually even, they said that screener links take several days to, I don't know how exactly they're doing it. It seems to be very, very intense. So there's a lot of manpower going into the release of this. And I have not seen a single frame of it yet, but I started to see some reviews. And I know that also some people were writing reviews after seeing the first hour of it after trying to click on Tom and Jerry. So I really don't know. I don't know. I'll let you guys know what I think about it once I see it, if I want to. To be perfectly honest with you guys, I think what my plan is that if I like it, I'm going to talk about it. And if I'm indifferent or don't love it, I think I'm not going to mention it at all, because I'm just so afraid to state my opinion on this if it's not positive, that I think you'll probably only hear from me if I enjoy it. Just to be completely transparent with you guys, because I've received so much hate and been shit on so much about this. I just don't want to, if I don't enjoy it, I just don't even want to put that out there in the world. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And also, hi, Ken. I'm so happy you're here. Hi, Ken. Hey, Roxy. Miss him. He's like kept out of the bag. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it all went down. It was a whole thing. Oh, no. Oh, boy. All right. So that's on fleek, as the kids don't say anymore. That is on fleek. And we will go back into the Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Lloyd Nance says, hi, Roxy. Hello, Lloyd. Apollo 3JP says, I may not have been a day one like some of the people in here, but it's been fun catching your daily shows. This is the first weekend where I felt COVID was over. It may not be gone, but it's over. Let's grab a beer. Not flipping. Bring Steph. Laugh my ass off. I don't think that's how it works, Apollo. I don't feel like COVID is over at all. But I'm glad you feel that way. Glenn Caesar says, hey, Roxy, cheers and fuck yeah to you receiving all that fuck yeah news tomorrow. The combo of couch arrival. No, it's not my couch arrival. Glenn, my couch got delayed another month. It's a bed, not couch. Did I say couch? I don't think so. And an appointment for your second COVID-19 vaccination and all the other good shit coming up. By the way, I'll miss saying my reminders, but I can DM you on Patreon. Love to hear that, Glenn. Love to hear that. You're awesome. Just the best people in here. Any other thoughts on the Grammys? Let me know. At the end of the day, it seems to me like it's pretty fucking clear they ain't got it going on right now. They got to figure something else out. Who is this committee? Who is this committee comprised of? What is their process? Talk to us about it. If it's transparent and if it's good, then just let us know who's in it and what it is and how they make their decisions. Because otherwise it's sketchy as fuck. And that's kind of what we're seeing right now. So I don't blame The Weeknd for pulling out. I don't blame him at all. It makes perfect sense to me. Get in your Streamlabs, get in your super chats. Let me know how you're feeling. Questions, comments, concerns, anything related to the Grammys or to this next topic, which is Yo-Yo Ma being a total fucking stud. It's not how Yo-Yo Ma is typically described, but when you are as studly as Yo-Yo Ma, then sometimes you just need to be described as the stud that you truly are. So Yo-Yo Ma did something pretty amazing. I was excited to see this in my trending Twitter moments. Sometimes Twitter is good for some things, I will say. So what Yo-Yo Ma did was he received his second COVID vaccination at Berkshire Community College, which shout out to the Berkshires of Massachusetts. He then, because there's this 15-minute holding period after you get your vaccination, so you have to wait for 15 minutes when you're there, just to make sure that they can stop anybody from, if they have immediate symptoms or if there's anything wrong, they can just make sure everybody's okay before they drive home or go home. So Yo-Yo Ma got a second vaccination. Congratulations to him. Very, very big deal. And he then decided in his 15-minute holding period, observation period, to throw a concert for anybody who had just been inoculated. So in his 15 minutes, he got his second dose, and then Yo-Yo Ma, if you were at this community college, you got to hear Yo-Yo Ma play a 15-minute concert for you after getting vaccinated. Imagine. I want us to put ourselves in if you are in the Berkshires and you go to get your vaccination done, and while you're waiting, you are this close to Yo-Yo Ma, who performs a fucking full-blown concert for you. Are you kidding me? I don't even know that I would have known it was Yo-Yo Ma. I mean, with the mask on, he had a jacket, a mask, a hat. It was a full-blown 15-minute vaccination. He said he wanted to give back. Just fucking precious. So precious. And I'm stoked about it. Like, come on. It's pretty good. Just imagine being at that clinic. Just another reason to get vaccinated. You never know who you're going to get a concert from. That was the whole news story. Just in terms of fuck yeah news, I thought we could use a little bit today. I love fuck yeah news all day, every day. Get those Streamlabs in, get those super chats in. Let me know who you would want to see in a 15-minute concert if you had just been vaccinated, who you are hoping plays that good song for you while you have to wait for 15 minutes. Let's talk about the Batman. The Batman has wrapped. Matt Reeves posted that it was their final day on set, and that was cool that he did that because there were a ton of internet rumors that this movie was not happening anymore or whatever. People make shit up. That's what I've learned in life. People make shit up. So he posted hashtag last day, hashtag the Batman, CC at Greg Fraser, and he posted this picture. I should put it up normally, but I'll just, it's very hard to see with the ring light. You see it? It's just the slate with some things behind it. I need to look more into what those things are. But I started looking at what people were responding on Twitter. And I just fucking can't stand people sometimes. I just fucking can't stand. I can't stand people. The first comment on there, or at least when I'm looking at it, is from Hussein, who says, Let's hope that the Black Commissioner Gordon can work. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? That's somebody wrapped filming and that's your comment? And in what world does Commissioner Gordon have to be white? How fucking dumb are you, Hussein? The next comment that I saw, literally the very next comment from Rolando says, is it true that your Batman trilogy was canceled due to Zoe being pregnant and the father is Robert, or that rumor was just made up? What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with people? Rolando, do you think that he's going to respond to you and say, yep, that rumor's true? Zoe's baby had Robert as a father, and then the trilogy was canceled. What the fuck? The next comment, the very next comment from Chris. Why let us wait till 2022 for this if it's done soon? Face palm. It's a face palm emoji. What? Because that's how movies make. It's not done. It was their last day of filming. And DC has other movies that need to come out. And it's 2021 right now. But you know nothing about post-production or how any of this. What the actual fuck? People are just so fucking frustrating. What are these comments? The next one. Let's hope Warner Brothers doesn't butcher your vision and invite Jeff Johns to ruin it. I'm not saying that I think that this isn't, there's not any validity to this, but like the man just wrapped a movie. Why? What the fuck? Let him live. Let him live. Just so frustrating. This man just wrapped a Batman film. Can the only comments, and then of course, as I was scrolling, I saw Classy Clark Wolf, who just responded and said, wow, congratulations, can't wait to see it. Now that's a response, Clark. That's a response. Congratulations, can't wait to see it when it comes out, because it's your movie and the studio's good. And don't we think that Matt Reeves, if he could put it out today, would put it out today? I'm sure he wants us all to see it. That's not how movie making works. That's not how studios work. So this is a Batman movie. Leave it to Clark. Wow, congratulations. Can't wait to see it. Same, Clark. Same. Yeah, that. So those are some of my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on Twitter. That seems like a really aggressive topic that I don't actually feel like getting into. Let me know your thoughts on this movie. If you're still as excited for Batman as initially we were, what you think about what you're looking forward to the most, all of that stuff. As it looks like we're going to be wrapping relatively soon, because as I'm checking in, those are the things that I wanted to talk about today. I'm looking in the Streamlabs, no more things scrolling through. Just get them in as we are winding down. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. PLD in the house, you mean I can't just get something if I demand it? Well, sometimes, PLD, what we've learned is that you can, but not all the times. Also, where's Jake Iacovetta for our second to last show? Where the fuck is Jake? Where are you at, Jake? Brandy, where are you at? Where are our people? Where are our motherfucking people? I'm so excited for tomorrow's shows, guy. Let me try that again. I'm so excited for tomorrow's show, guys. Tomorrow's shows, guy. Oh, Brandy's here. Good. Thanks, babe. She put the Streamlabs link in. I'm here. Good. I'm excited for the show because not only is it a celebration of 365 days and us being together, but also as I am gathering from some of our top guests, Tehran, Natalia, Winston, Dorina, my brother, Kaiser, waiting on Steph and Lauren. The biggest takeaway for them of this last year. I'm excited to share those things with you and to talk about some of my takeaways as well, and what this show has taught us and what we've taught each other and what this year has taught us. So I'm very excited about that. And just to spend some time with you guys tomorrow and to answer any final year-long questions, comments, and concerns. I'll say it once, I'll say it twice. That certainly does not mean it's the only time you get to ask me anything on the show. The show is going to continue. It's going to be back, bigger, badder, stronger. Badder in the cool sense, not badder as in worse. Badder like, ooh, that show is bad. This is what happens when I try to be hip. It just does not fucking work. It just does not fucking work. All right, we're getting out of here. Much love to you guys. I will be live tonight for the World Girls. I don't know if we've made the announcement of what we're talking about yet. Did you guys know what we're talking about yet at all? If not, then no worries. I think what we're going to do, I think I'm allowed to announce this. I always make these things, and I hope that I'm allowed to. We're going to do best albums of the decade, which we're really excited about. Best albums of the decade. It's kind of like throwing our own Grammys, but not. So Brittany said you said it's music related. Yeah, so we're doing best albums of the decade tonight. And not only are we doing that, but we've got some awesome patrons joining us. Glenn's joining us tonight. Danny M, or should I say Danny MF is joining us tonight. Anthony Perez is joining us tonight. So of the decade is in this most recent decade, Rob, the 2010 to 2020. This decade. I said of the decade. Rob, which decade? The decade that we are in. This decade. Mm-hmm. Brittany says, yes, I literally just clapped right up my alley. Good. I'm glad to hear it. That will be a fun birthday episode then. So join us, youtube.com/theworldgirls. Would be very happy to have you guys there because the World Girls are my lifeline during all this. Steph's the only one who doesn't respond. Steph and Lauren are the only ones who haven't responded to me about their advice yet. Lauren told me she would get it back to me. Steph, just no response. She's a little busy, though. She's a little bit busy. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, a couple things still. Curtis Mason says, part of my ignorance, but who is Yo-Yo Ma? Oh, wow, Curtis. No, it's okay. That's fine. Might be a generational thing. Although I'm young, but I know music. Yo-Yo Ma is a cellist, and he is like one of the most famous musicians. I guess that would be the best way to describe him. He's just an outrageously famous musician. He is collaborates with some of the biggest musicians and from kind of all different genres. He's got ridiculous technique, and I don't know much about being a cellist, but he's definitely the most famous one, or at least to the best of my knowledge. I believe that he is a Juilliard alum too. I should probably look this up as I'm talking about him, but yeah, he's just a really, really legit musician. Redford said he's mentioned in the Seinfeld episode. That too. Pink Sweet's a child prodigy. Lauren says he's so freaking good too. Chuggett Ben says amazing cellist and a legit dude. Yep. JRB says he was on Sesame Street, so yes, he is famous. That's an unbelievable way of measuring. Yeah. Thank you for the question. I'm sure a lot of people in here didn't know that then. I should have started with that. My bad. Thanks for asking. My bad. All right. Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan Mattingly, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. All three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Justice for all the people who lost their lives due to excessive force. Check your internet. Make sure you blow on it. Make your bed. At this point, probably already should, but if you hadn't, make sure you go do it. Rob Fishback can attest to that. He swears by it now at this point. It's really important. Put down the toilet seat and lid. We know about those plumes. The flumes and the plumes don't trend with the Holocaust. Holocaust doesn't feel like a word I should be singing. Maybe I'll sing song a different thing next time. Stay safe, stay sane, and I will see you guys tomorrow for 365. Oh boy.